Hi again. Hi. Welcome to our webinar, our free webinar about children, about parents. What is that you can do to bring great awareness and change that will be beneficial for everyone in your family? But if you are someone who doesn't have children, that's okay because you are someone's child. So you can concentrate on your mother or on your father and then observe what is happening there. So my intention for this webinar is to give you some specific information that I believe will be very helpful to you, and you can start putting that into practice. I have tested this myself, and I have found really the result can be almost instantaneous. So this is really, I believe it will be of great help to all of you. And especially coming up to holiday season now when families gather together and then, the things may happen and there are old patterns repeating. So the way I would like to present this information to you is I will give you about 30 minutes of this. There will be a presentation, and then we will leave around 15 minutes or so for you to ask any questions. So if you have pen and paper, if you can get pen and paper now, please do. Or don't worry, you can listen to the recording and then prepare pen and paper and write down these four processes, or I call them four steps. And I found the word SOAR, which SOAR, is to help you soar to the greatest heights in achieving a greater balance in your relationship with your parents or with your children, or both. I have tested this in relation to my own children, so I know it works, and this is why I would like to share it with you. So, and then at the end of the of this evening, because this whole webinar will be about 60 minutes, at the end, in about 10 minutes or so, I will present to you some new programs that I have prepared. And if you would like to take this further, it would be wonderful. So let's start. One of the important, the information that I found really hugely beneficial to me, my family, and all my clients is the moment you realize that your thoughts are so powerful and your thoughts are not just affecting you and your family. Your thoughts are affecting the whole world. So I really want to give importance to thinking here. Your thoughts are affecting the whole world. That is how important it is what you are thinking. When you are thinking a thought that is not beneficial to you, the thought that is not beneficial to your children or to your grandchildren or to your parents, that thought is affecting the whole world. So this is just to really want to put an emphasis on you understanding this, because it took a while, for me, and maybe it will be much quicker for you because now many people are moving much faster. We are getting great understanding of what is going on in the world around us. So another thing that I would like you to pay attention, and that is your heart. How do you feel? Now, what is important here is, today I was speaking with someone, and this person said, well, but how does that work when you do, you know, like distant healing, or how does it work helping somebody who lives so far away? Where do you know how? There is no distance in the heart. When you feel love, when you feel joy, you are happy in your heart, and you are simultaneously thinking of somebody, you want to help them, they will immediately feel that there is no distance in the heart. Now, a third thing that I would like to mention, that is the telepathic connection and telepathy. And once upon a time, thousands and thousands of years ago, we used to communicate without words. We used to know each other's thoughts. So we were very much careful in aligning our thinking, knowing, you know, what you are thinking was all, because it's not like today. You think one thing, you say something else, and then you do something else. What you think is everything. People would know your thoughts, but actually that is even today. There are many people, almost everyone is able to know the other person's thoughts. That is actually the fact, because if you are thinking thoughts that are not beneficial, but you are behaving in a way that you're just being polite and nice, and the other person is reacting in a way that you don't like, examine your thinking. Examine your thoughts, because the outer would always reflect the inner. What's happening inside would always be reflected in the external. So I want you to just ponder on this information, contemplate a little bit. So the thought transmission is happening all the time. You are constantly transmitting your thoughts to people around you. To, if you have pets, you're transmitting your thoughts to your pets. You're transmitting your thoughts to your neighbors, to all of your family members. So from that point, and speaking from my own experience and working with so many clients from around the world, I have developed this tool that in 4 steps you will be able to, by going through this, you will be very clear what is going on and how you can change this. Okay, so this is why I said get pen and paper, because the first step is about searching, but you will be searching inside of you to identify the most dominant thought that you have about your child or your parent. So right now, I would like you to choose one person what is the relationship that is the most challenging, and that right now you would want to change that for better. You would want to improve that. So choose one. You either choose, if you are a parent, if you have children, and if you have a challenging relationship with any of your children, choose one of your children to start with. If you don't have children, or you want to work on your parents, that's okay. Choose your mother or choose your father. So choose one of them now. Okay, now, because the first, we are doing the search. You are searching inside of you for the thoughts, for the conversations, for the events that have happened between you and your child or you and your parent, and you search what is the main topic that you are discussing, what is the main conversation about, and what are your most dominant thoughts. Okay, so when I was doing this and I wanted to improve my relationship with my daughter, which was quite challenging at the times, I actually examined that most of the time my dominant thought was criticizing. Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? Why do you do this? Why do you do that? Why, don't talk to me like that. Or, so I'm just giving you some input because it's very easy to actually identify what is going on inside. So you search for your own dominant thoughts in the relation that you want to improve. Okay, so if you have done that, then what you're going to do, you're moving on to the next step. You are going to optimize your choice of the most beneficial thinking by choosing the opposite, by choosing the one that would be the most beneficial thought for both of you. So instead of thinking, oh gosh, he or she is going to do this now, or I know exactly how the conversation is going to go, just choose another thought. What would be a good thought to think to bring optimum, to optimize the choice between you two, the choice of more beneficial relationship developing? So what would be that good thought? Maybe instead of he or she is going to do this, how about I think, well, maybe it's going to be the opposite. It's going to do some, he or she will do something really good. I may get pleasantly surprised. I'm going to hold the thought that somehow my child or my parent is going to, and then you finish the sentence. So the third point would be to align. So you have a thought that maybe he or she is going to do something really good to surprise you, but align that thought with love in your heart, with happiness, with joy. Look for that, feeling. How would it be if they did exactly that would make you so happy? How would you feel? So smile if you can, just even to put your lips in a smile, make a smiley face and go into that state, because you are observing how your child or your parent is doing exactly that what you have been thinking. And it's good. And it feels so good, and it makes you feel so happy because you have aligned your thinking with a good beneficial thought and brought love into it. You feel joyous because the relationship has shifted. The fourth step is you are you're constantly looking to, you pay attention, but you raise your awareness about your thinking. You are also raising your awareness about expecting 100% good result. And observe how that makes you feel. Because you have introduced a new set of thoughts, you have optimized, aligned, and now you are raising your awareness. You want to expect that result. You are not settling for anything less, but raising, and all you need to do is keep track of your thinking, keep track of your thoughts. If you say, I am expecting to create a great relationship between me and my daughter, between me and my son, between me and my mother, me and my father, whoever, just expect that that relationship will shift on the level that your thoughts are shifting, and the inner work that you are doing is going to reflect in the outer. And you will see that 100%. It's always showing. When sometimes we say that we are trying and it's not showing, that, you can't force. You can't force a love. You can't force joy. You can't force happiness. You have to go into that feeling. It has to feel good from deep within. And you align and you want the thought that is really beneficial for everyone. There is no place here for any kind of manipulation that, oh, I'm going to do this so that he does this or she does that. That's not going to work. You have to be 100% honest, 100% sincere, and you have to genuinely want to improve that relationship. So these are the 4 steps. Pay attention. Always start by searching inside you. Search how was that state, when that relationship created. Then optimize, look for what is the choice that you can make, and move by optimizing. Reach out for the more beneficial, good quality, bright thought. Align that with love, with happiness, with joy. Feel good. And the 4th step is you have to go and you raise your vibration by raising your awareness on paying attention. What are you concentrating on? What are you focusing on? And expect the result 100%. So knowing you are constantly transmitting your thoughts. What thoughts are you transmitting now to your child? Or what thoughts are you transmitting now to your parent? Pay attention. Write them down. If you don't like them, choose the most beneficial thought and write that down. Actually, don't write down the thought that is that has created a challenging relationship. Observe it in your head, but then write down the thought that is more beneficial, is a good quality, bright thought. What is also very interesting, and I would like you to examine, when it comes, I'm going to ask you to pay attention to 3 different areas, and this is especially for parents. Let's examine what are your most dominant thoughts when it comes about your child's health. So when you think about your child's health, what are your most dominant thoughts? What do you think? What do you talk about with people? So pay attention. Those thoughts are very important. If you don't like them, if the child has any health issues, it would be of huge benefit for you to write the thoughts, put your thoughts on the paper, but write down the most beneficial thoughts regarding that specific health issue. Because you are constantly transmitting thoughts to your child. And if you are transmitting thoughts about, oh, this is just the way it is, or, oh, but yes, but you know, this is exactly what you are creating. If there is an issue, there is a health issue, you know that transmitting good quality, bright, beneficial thoughts can shift that. And then you align them, you're constantly optimizing, aligning, and raising your vibration by thinking, consciously choose to see your child perfectly healthy. And it doesn't matter what is the condition. Your thinking is important. What you are thinking about that is important. And anything can be changed. To create anything is possible. We have many situations of people curing and healing seemingly incurable illnesses, because there is nothing that can't be healed. So we know that. But let's join, and especially in the family, if the whole family would join thinking the most beneficial thoughts, visualizing the child being perfectly healthy and happy and enjoying doing something, you may be surprised how quickly it can shift the whole, the health issue can be transformed. So pay attention about the thoughts that you are transmitting regarding health of your child or your grandchild, or, you know, if you're thinking of your parents, what thoughts are you transmitting? Do you think that they are going to be like this and this is the way it is? Or can you reach out for a thought that would be more beneficial, good quality thought? Also, so this is the first part. The second is about relationships. So what relationships, depending how old is your child, but you know, what is your relationship with your child and how do you see that relationship developing? Or your relationship with any of your parents. How do you see that? Do you choose to start transmitting bright, good quality thoughts from now? And you know, this may take 3 days, it may take 3 months, it may take, who knows? But if we are consistent, if we persist and you insist, you have a guaranteed success. So pay attention, what thoughts are you transmitting regarding relationship? And if you don't like them, change. You have a choice to change that thought. Okay, I'm talking about using this method to, from my experience, transform a relationship that was almost non-existent from constant, you know, challenges. And, you know, especially when it comes to children and parents, it is very fast to shift this when you introduce good quality thought, when you introduce love, when you connect, when you do that genuine connection from the bottom of your heart where you want nothing but goodness and all the benefits that the child can have or the parent can have. So relationship also, you have to examine the thinking in the field of health, then in the field of relationships, and depending obviously on your child's age or what do you see their future, how do you see their future, what do you see them doing, do they have a career or are they building their own business, or what is going on? Because you are forming their future events. You are forming your children's future events with your thinking all the time. So what are those events that you are forming? Choose good quality thought. Assist them in choosing good quality thought by transmitting thought about love, happiness, joy. Visualize. You see, the vision that you hold about the child is important. See them happy and smiling, doing something they love. And you'll be amazed at the response. So this is what I wanted to share with you. I hope this information was helpful. And if you have any questions, now I am open to answering any questions. So I'm just going to read one comment here. Hi Anna, I thought about you this morning and you gave this beautiful webinar. Thank you so much. I needed to listen to your voice. Oh, thank you. Lots of love. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh gosh, this is so beautiful. Thank you. If you have any specific question that you would like me to answer, please just click on the question mark sign. If you look up to your left and you click there, you'll be able to type in. So if there is a specific question that you would like me to answer, then just type in and I will be more than happy. Okay, so I will wait for another few minutes to see, because some of you may be typing already. So just remember that if you listen to this recording, it would be helpful if you can get pen and paper. What you want to do is you want to go through 4 steps, but you want to go in, take a look what is, for example, the most challenging issue. If you are a parent and you are looking to help your child, then look what is the most challenging what is the most challenging thing that they are dealing with now. Or if you are a child and you want to help your parents, what is the most challenging? Is it health? Is it just the relationship between you? Is it something that involves business, finances? So you have all these 3 fields. So if you're going through health, then look, first you have to search. You have to go, you have to sit down and ask, what is my most dominant thought about my child's help or my parents' help? What do I think? You know, and then observe, do you allow in your thinking for a cure, for solution? Or are you thinking, oh, well, this is just the way it is, and I don't know. You know, but it's very important that you identify what is your most dominant thought. Then you want to optimize your choice in choosing the most beneficial, good quality thought. So you reach out and say, well, I don't know how this is going to be solved, but I expect that this health issue or this whatever is going to be solved in the most beneficial way. I know that there is a cure, or I know that the healing can happen. So you have to be pretty much aware what is your thinking there. So be open for solution. Be open to allow healing to happen, to allow for the situation to change and for the happy result. Align with your feeling in your heart. You know, feel good, feel happy that, you know, your thinking will bring change that is beneficial to your child or to your parents. So depending who you are working on. And then the fourth step is that you have to rise. You're rising your awareness to a level of expectation, but you expect the result that is 100% good result, that is beneficial result. But the only thing that you have to do here is be very vigilant with your thinking, because the one thing that really helps is holding the image of the person smiling and happy. And then the knowledge about the thinking, the knowledge about our thoughts is hugely important. It's so important that we are aware of the power of our thoughts and that we are constantly transmitting our thoughts to one another. So what are you transmitting? Your child is picking up. What are you transmitting? Your parent is picking up. You know, they're picking up those thoughts, but you are picking up their thoughts as well. So it seems that we are constantly playing this game of you know, interfering, informing each other's future events. But it doesn't matter. It's enough that one person becomes aware and becomes present with what is going on, and then chooses more beneficial outcome. Because I always use the analogy of the fairy tales, you know, the good always wins. Because one good quality bright thought is way more powerful than any low frequency thought of any destruction. So align your thinking and just pay attention to what are you creating and how is that shown in your everyday reality. And you know what? This is a constant work. It's a daily work. What do you do every day? Every day you have a shower, you get dressed to go out, you eat, you drink, whatever. This is constant work. Every day you have to check and be present. What am I thinking now about this situation? And if something, and it's very actually easy if we live with, if you live with your parents or if you live with your children, they will show you whether your thinking is aligned with, you are thinking good quality thought, or your concentration, has gone somewhere else. And we can get easily influenced by the music, by the news, and TV. Pay attention before you watch any movie. What is the message? Find out what is the main message behind that. Or if you're listening to a song, the song and the music may sound really kind of nice, but pay attention to the words carefully, because you could be slipping into another way of thinking just because you have listened some song, or you have watched some movie, or you heard the news. And also we have to pay attention to the images we see on Facebook. What are the images that you are posting? Are you posting images that will help, or we are made to believe that bringing awareness about the existence of certain illness or destruction, or that is very beneficial? It actually isn't, because it would be more beneficial when you see that you immediately choose a thought that would be beneficial to create something new. So by worrying about what is going on and criticizing what is happening, we are actually not helping. By creating new, by looking to create a solution, and only concentrating on solution, we will quickly shift and change any current situation much faster. So I know that this does not make, it may not make sense for some, but that's okay, because we have to just observe what we are surrounded with, what are we attracting, because we would always somehow have, it would show in our immediate reality what is going on inside of us. And I have found personally that when it comes to some challenging relationships, I have created a very challenging relationship many years ago, and I thought, how can this be? It doesn't make sense. I'm not like this. But actually, when I was examining what I was thinking, it was perfectly aligned. And that would give you freedom. That will give you power. That's what gave me freedom and power to know how to move ahead, because I was shown how perfectly what a powerful creator of the reality I was. And when you trace your thinking and you find that thread, that connection with what is currently going on, that moment will give you an immense sense of freedom, because you can take back the situation in your hands, and you realize that you have the power to change that for the benefit of everyone. And when we work on reaching out for a more beneficial, good quality, bright thoughts, and we want to genuinely help the world, we want to help all the people, the animals, the plants, our Mother Earth, then the whole universe, all structures of light and good, and the minds of many people who are already working and are aligned with this work, kind of join to help you and assist you. So this is so, so beautiful. And I'm not getting any more questions, so I hope that this has helped you, that what I'm saying and the information that I'm sharing is helpful to you. But what I would like to also mention is the importance of our physical health, the importance of our physical body. So it's a physical, the health of our physical body, on our mental health, everything is connected. But when we talk about our physical body, we are not thinking very much about planet Earth. There is a great connection with your health and our planet and the whole of the Earth. There is a great connection with the forests, the trees, all the plants, animals. So working on you by improving your physical health, by making your physical body 100% healthy is so important for our Mother Earth. So we had conscious organ regeneration program that was really successful, and we also had 7 major glands, which was even more successful, and the emails and results that I have received from so many of you have made my heart sing of joy. So I'm really happy that this program is doing so, helping so many of you. But now what I want to mention is I will be concentrating on systems in our body. And starting from tomorrow, so there will be Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, for the next 3 consecutive evenings, only for about 30 minutes, we will concentrate on helping our Mother Earth by working on our physical body in the way that the first thing we will do is concentrate on regenerating and rejuvenating our cardiovascular system. So the circulation of the blood. So this will be tomorrow night, same time. And if you can't join, you will receive the recording. But tomorrow we will be concentrating on your veins and arteries, on your blood system, because this is so important for all the rivers and seas and oceans. And when we start working with this, it will be hugely beneficial. You're working on yourself, but you are improving the health of the whole planet, of all the people. So this is the first one. The day after, we will work on your lymphatic system. So regenerating, rejuvenating, clearing your lymph nodes and removing toxins. So this will be on Wednesday. The third one that is really important is, well, they're all very important, but the third one will be your nervous system. So we will be working on regenerating and rejuvenating your entire nervous system, but also we will connect this specific exercise, meditation, with concentrating on building, on creating new brain cells. So this is for the next 3 days. This is so you have your cardiovascular, your blood system, your lymph system, and your nervous system. So I'm really looking forward about this. If you would want to know more and how to join, how to get the registration links, please email me and I will let you know. On Saturday and Sunday, we will have a new seminar about the physical body. And this is very new information that has you will not really find. I have done a lot of research and a lot of studying from many different scientists, and I have also I have come to I have learned about the connection, the divine connection with our physical body. So the connection of your physical body with the divine is absolutely something that we don't really have much knowledge about. How your soul is involved and how to perceive your soul as a healthy soul. So this is what you will find out. This seminar about the physical body will only be on Saturday and Sunday evening from 7 p.m. for about 90 minutes up to 2 hours. And you will find out about the water, fascinating information how the water perceives human body, the connection of your physical body and the higher intelligence. This is absolutely remarkable. Your body and the nature, how your body is actually a governing center. A governing center and developing divine thought. There is a very a deep connection with the body and the security and safety systems. So your body contains it contains this. There is this connection and information that your body contains about any person. So you can search inside of you for that connection and that information about the person. So consider your body as the form of consciousness. How to stop any external event that is not favorable to you. You will find out how to heal an animal and the role of your physical body in healing an animal. And this will be especially helpful to those of you who have pets. So when you get this information and you start to understand how the animal is aligning through your thoughts transmission and the telepathic connection, and how the words act on dogs. This is also fascinating information. You will get quite a bit of information about humans and dogs, and why is human form, human physical body, why did the dogs choose to live close to human? So this is I'm really excited about sharing this information, and it will open another way of thinking. It will bring, yes, okay, somebody's asking same time, all of them. Yes, all of these webinars will start at the same time. So this is some of the information that you will hear, but what I would like you to remember is that from tomorrow we start with 3 short webinars that will be specifically directed at the blood system, the lymph system, and the nervous system, where we will be working on rebuilding, regenerating, rejuvenating these 3 systems. And this is of huge importance for everyone on Earth and for our Mother Earth. Now, on Saturday and Sunday, this is a different program. It's a separate seminar about human physical body. So I'm so excited about this and looking so much forward to sharing this fascinating information. This will, all the seminars, the 3 concentrations that we will be doing, which start tomorrow for the next 3 days, they will be only for about 30 minutes each. And if you can't attend live, you will get the recording. So don't worry about attending live. You will benefit immensely. I'm absolutely sure of that. The seminar is also starting at the same time. Same time as tonight. Right, so if there are any questions, please let me know if you have any questions, if you want me to answer them now. Otherwise, for the information about the upcoming programs, send me an email to creativeandandharmonious@gmail.com. I will post that in our Facebook group, Higher Consciousness Technologies. The other thing that I wanted to mention, if you want to work on if you want private consultation with me regarding forming of the future events for your child or your parent, do email me, because that kind of work takes minimum 3 or 4 sessions, and we can schedule to do that in one morning or one afternoon, or over the period of a month. We can meet once a week and work on that. But this will be hugely beneficial to everyone, because when we start working on changing transmitting the beneficial thoughts, it would be good to start with ourselves. So examining what you are thinking about you. And if you want my help, let me know. But it will really open up another avenue for you. You will start seeing and observing things in a way that will bring you more clarity. You will start to connect with the structures of this reality that will actually allow you to see how are you, what a powerful creator you actually are. But we don't think that about ourselves. We think, well, life is just the way it is, and I can think whatever I think, or sometimes when I remember, I'm going to think good, beneficial thoughts, but most of the times I'm going to listen to music or watch this movie or go out with these people and whatever. And, we wonder then why things are happening, but it doesn't matter. Nothing can happen unless you allow it. So when you start to see clearly how powerful you are in creation of your reality, that moment when you find that thread that is when you get immense freedom. So thank you. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for being here. I'm going to finish this webinar now, and I wish you all beautiful, happy, joyous thoughts and creating of amazing future events. I wish you the most amazing, uh, beautiful health relationships, and I wish all the best for you in any way, whatever you wish for yourself. So I'm here to help you, and let me know. Thank you so much. Lots of love. Bye for now.